Should I speak in Hindi? Yes. First of all, my obeisances to Sri Bivamangala Maharaj sit here. And to my sannyas Guru Shiksha, Guru Sannyas Guru. Tell them about the life. My unlimited Dandavad pranams to all of them. And also after that, my obeisances to Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad, Astutara Shatra Shiva Bhakti-vedanta Swami Maharaj. So my obeisances to all of them. So now, all of us. We are trying to do some sadhana and bhajan. What are we doing? Sadhana and bhajan. Isn't it? Through our senses, we're trying to attain something to our desired goal with our senses. This is sadhana, the practice to attain some goal done by our body and senses. How are our senses? We have 5 knowledge acquiring senses, 5 working senses, and also 5 elements, and also mind, intelligence, ego, and consciousness. Man, Buddha, Ahankara, Chitta, Atma, Paramatma, Purush, Prakriti. Purush, Prakriti. How many elements? 28. So in the total there are 28 material elements. How many? 28. 28 elements. Of the creation. We must know about the material elements of the creation. Otherwise, actually, we cannot enter the realm of bhajan without knowing this. "28 elements. 5 pancha karmendriya means 5 working senses, then 5 knowledge acquiring senses, pancha gyanendriya, then pancha mahabhuta, 5 elements, pancha tanmatra, 5 objects of the senses. So this is 20. Then mind, intelligence, ego, consciousness, mind, man, buddhi, ahankara, chitta, this is 24. Then atma plus paramatma, this is 26. Okay, and then Purush and Prakriti, this is 28 total. How many elements? 28 elements. 28 elements. So if you don't understand these elements, you cannot actually, your bhajan hasn't even started yet. You shouldn't be lazy to enter the tattva-siddhanta. If you don't enter the siddhanta, conclusion of the scriptures, your mind will be disturbed, going here and there. Sometimes you go to the group of the Sahajiyas, sometimes to the path of karma, jnana, in different paths. That's when Chaitanya Charitamrita Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote, don't be lazy to enter in the tattva-siddhanta, so that your mind can be concentrated in Krishna. What is this body? Where is the soul? What is Paramatma, the super soul? we must understand about this, isn't it? Actually, who are we? Where have we come from? What is the body? What is the soul? What's the super soul? Who is God? Bhagavan? Even you can ask in your mind, who is my worshipable deity? Who should I worship? And by which mantra should I worship these deities? Because to worship you need some mantras to do the worship. Wherever you worship, you also need some paraphernalia for the worship. Which kind of flowers are you going to do the worship to whom? With which kind of flower? For example, if you worship demigods, which flower should you offer? If you offer Devi, goddess, which kind of flower should you offer? If you worship Krishna, which flower should you offer to him? All these are discussed in the scriptures. You cannot worship demigods with any kind of flower. For example, to worship demigods. Now it's coming, the Navaratri is coming. Everyone will light their candles. There are like weeks for 9 days they light their candle. You know, like the week, and they do fast for Devi, you know, the Durga, for 9 days. But you should also understand with which kind of flower you can worship the demigods. Not all kinds of flowers. Yeah, isn't it? You should know all this. Otherwise, you take any flower and offer in the feet of any demigod, and that's okay. No. Even the color of the flower. Which color of the flower should be offered to which god, which demigod? Why I'm saying this? There are process of worshipping God. Some people follow raga-marga, path of spontaneous devotion, and Vaidhi-marga, the path of rules and regulations. Marga means path. Two kinds of path. Vaidhi-marga and raga-marga. Some people follow the rules, Vidhi. So they do bhajan following all the rules and regulations. And they attain up until Vaikuntha. They attain up until Vaikuntha only. Those who do bhajan in raga-marga, those who do bhajan under the guidance of Vrajavasis in raga-marga, they can attain up until Goloka Vrndavana. You need to buy a ticket, airplane ticket. Which ticket you're going to get in your airplane? In the airplane. So I'm saying all this because you have to understand all this siddhanta. And raga-marga bhakti, we have to understand. Slowly doing bhajan, slowly, by the association of a great saint, we'll be able to get knowledge. Gyan. And after Gyan, began realization, feeling. We must have the knowledge of the scriptures and strong faith. By having faith in the words of Guru and scriptures, we can progress. Do you understand? It's not only enough to do kirtan. Yes, kirtan is important, but how to do the kirtan? We must know. There was a devotee of Mahaprabhu, his name was Mukunda. What was his name? Mukunda. One day Mahaprabhu was absorbed in the bhava of Vishnu and he was giving mercy to everyone. Mahaprabhu was giving mercy to everyone. When Mukunda came, Mahaprabhu said, I will not give mercy to Mukunda. Why? Because he's a Karjatiya. You know Karjatiya? He's mixing with everyone. He goes to different groups and then he just mixes with the group, with anyone. Yes? No? He doesn't have any kind of good conception. Mahaprabhu told he's a Karjatiya. He was a very good Kirtaniya, Mukunda. He would sing very well. Everyone said, hey Prabhu, Mukunda is your best Kirtaniya. He's very dear to you. You won't give mercy to him? No. Why? Because he's Karjatiya. Karjatiya. What is the meaning of this? He goes to different groups. Like for example, one time the Emperor Akbar Batsa told Birbal, you know Birbal, his minister. So he said, oh, eggplant is really good. And then the minister agreed. Oh yeah, eggplant is a really good vegetable. Because you can put any sabji in any vegetable, it was good. Now it's Chaturmas, you cannot eat eggplant. For 4 months you cannot eat eggplant. But you can do like Bingam Bharta, you know, mashed eggplant. So you can also fry. Bhaji means fry the eggplant. So yeah, eggplant is really nice. Yes. Better said, you know, Begum, eggplant, means actually useless vegetable. Because if you eat too much, you'll have allergy in your skin, like itchiness. And then the minister agreed, oh yeah, true, it's useless. Like he agreed exactly with what the emperor told. Then the Akbar Batsa, the emperor, said, when I was going to find the eggplant, you agreed. When I said the eggplant was terrible, you also agreed. How come? The Birbal, the minister, said, Prabhu, I am your servant, not the servant of the eggplant. I work for you, not for the eggplant. I work for you, not for eggplant. I'm your employee, not eggplants. If you're happy, I'm happy. Whatever you say. Because if you're happy, I'll get something from you, like a salary, for example. But if the eggplant is happy with me, I won't get anything. I will not get anything being against you. So if you're saying that the eggplant is good, imagine if I would say the eggplant is useless. You'd be angry if I would say that eggplant is bad. So whatever you're saying, I'm just going along. I don't work for the eggplant, I work for you. Like I'm not a servant of the eggplant, I'm your servant. So what is the duty of the servant? Is to please the master. Then I'll get something in reward. Because if my master is not pleased with me, I won't get anything. And even I'll get fired. I'll lose my service, means I'll be fired. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Mukunda is a Karjatiya. He mixed with all the groups. Vira casar? Mukunda started crying. Oh, Mahaprabhu won't give me mercy. And all the devotees said, Mahaprabhu, oh, Mukunda is such dear to you, you should give him mercy because he's so dear to you. Where are you going? You're like Mukunda? Going? Listen carefully. Then Mahaprabhu said, I'll give him mercy. You see this tamarind tree? All the leaves on the tamarind tree, when all the leaves fall, means after all these leaves, means all these breaths that represent each leaf, then I'll give you mercy. When one leaf of this tamarind tree falls, means one birth you have to live, then after all these lives, finally I'll give you mercy. Have you seen a tamarind tree? It's like full of leaves. Anyway, after saying this, Mukunda started dancing very happy and said, Mahaprabhu, give me mercy. So someone said, Mukunda, why are you so happy and dancing? Prabhu, because I have faith in your words, and you have told that one day you will give me mercy. So all the leaves, they are limited. Even if like 2 million leaves in this tree or whatever, but there's a limited amount. So after like 2 million births, I'll get your mercy. It's certain. For how many births we are wandering this material world, for how long we are wandering here. Since Krishna exists, we are wandering here. But since when Krishna is alive or exists? There's no historical time from when the Krishna started to exist. From unlimited time, we are wandering in this material world, all the jivas. But when God makes the promise, after such an amount of time, I'll give mercy. 100 years, 200, 5,000 years. Anyway, faith. Then you have faith. So Mukunda had so much faith and started dancing in happiness. Then, immediately that moment, Mahaprabhu called Mukunda and gave mercy to him. And all the devotees said, oh, but you told you wouldn't give mercy to him yet. Why are you giving mercy now? And then Mahaprabhu said, because he has faith that I will give mercy to him. Faith in my words he has. In Bhakti, Bhakti is nothing else. Scholarship or whatever. Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyo. Intelligence or scholarship, like knowledge, all these things cannot tell you to take you to God. All the knowledge you acquire or the lectures you give, you speak very nicely, you sing very nicely with guitar, sitar and other instruments. You play, you sing, you do everything. But if you don't have the mercy of Bhagavan, you cannot attain Bhagavan. Nayam Atma Pravachanana Labhyo. You cannot attain God by intelligence. Renunciation. You cannot attain God by these means. You may study the Vedas. You may study the Vedas. Will you going to attain God by this way? Are you going to attain Him? So what is the way to attain God? Simple faith. Saral Vishwas. Simple faith. Nothing else. Just the faith that God will give you mercy. Just like a boy. A boy has so much faith in his mom. So in this way, same way, you must have this faith in God, and that's it. That's it. Faith in the instruction of the scriptures and Guru. So in the realm of Bhakti, there's nothing else. Nothing else. Only simple faith in God. Saral Vishwas. The faith that God will give me mercy. So when you think like this, that's it. When you have knowledge of the scriptures, then you think, what should I do? And then Mahaprabhu also said, I won't give mercy to Mother Shachi. I won't give mercy to her. And who else? So Mukunda and Sacimata. Why not? To Mother Shachi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh, because she's an offender. Everyone became even dizzy, like, what? Like not understanding what's going on. Sacimata is the best mother of the world. She always does bhajan. She's the embodiment of bhakti. Who? Mother Shachi. She's the embodiment of bhakti. Embodiment of Vatsalya Prema. Great saints come to her house always. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying what? Sacimata is an offender. So people couldn't understand. Sacimata, she would serve so much. And Mahaprabhu is saying this about her, that he won't give mercy to her. offense? Which offense? And Mahaprabhu said, she committed offense to the feet of Advaita Acarya. So to his own mom, the one who took him in the womb, Mahaprabhu told, she's an offender. Which offense did she commit? To the feet of Advaita Acarya. Advaita Acarya, to the feet of Advaita Acarya? How come? Then Mahaprabhu told, when the older brother of Nimai, called Vishwarup, when he took sannyas and left, Sacimata in her mind, she thought, my Vishwarup, he took sannyas, you know why? Because he was studying with Advaita Acarya in his school. Advaita Acarya has taught such lessons to him that the renunciation came in the heart of my son because of the Advaita Acarya. He left this world knowing that everything is temporary. But Mother Shachi didn't tell this to anyone. She just, in her mind, she thought, he's not Advaita, he's Dvaita. Dvaita means he's creating separation between two things. So if there's only one thing, there's no difference. But if it's two things, there's difference. Like you say, man and woman, two things are there. Man and woman, men and women. So there are two things, then the division, the separation is there. Day and night, there's a difference or not? In the night is dark and in the day is bright. So when you have two things, then the difference is there. Sacimata didn't tell this to anyone, she just thought about this in her mind. He's Dvaita. He's not Advaita like non-dual, he's dual. He's making division, separation. Because he taught so many lessons to my son, and my son left me. Feeling so much renunciation, he left me. Who was Advaita Acarya? The combined form of Mahavishnu and Sadashiv. One is the creator, another is the destroyer. Mahavishnu is the creator. And Sadashiva is the destroyer. So both appear together as Advaita Acarya. Advaita Acarya. So in his mind he was thinking, she was thinking, Sacimata, he's not Advaita, non-dual, he's Dvaita, he's dual. He separates people. We are so happy at home, my kid and me. And then this Advaita Acarya taught so many things to my son, knowledge and everything, and my son left me, has left me. She was thinking about this, about the Advaita Acarya. Mahaprabhu said, I won't give mercy to her. All the devotees asked to the feet of Mahaprabhu, Prabhu, whatever happened, give mercy to your mom. Okay, if she goes and apologizes to Advaita Acarya, she should go and apologize to Advaita Acarya. So then Mother Shachi came to Advaita Acarya. Advaita Acarya, he started crying. Advaita Acarya started crying. Like, oh, Mother Shachi, you know, Sacimata is so high class, and then he gave mercy. And then she got mercy. This is Leela, no? Pastimes. Bhakti, there's nothing else. There are two things in Bhakti, it's very simple. Simple faith and no offense, that's it. Just simple faith and no offense, and you're good. No offense to anyone, and simple faith, and that's it. You don't need to do anything in the realm of bhakti. Nothing you need to do. Just these two things. You should have simple faith, saral vishwas, faith in the words of Guru and the scriptures, and bhajan. Well, also need to enter Shastra Siddhanta slowly, the conclusion of the scriptures. If you don't enter the conclusion of the scriptures, you will become like Karjatiya, going to different groups. Sometimes become Babaji, sometimes we go to the group of the Mayavadis, and like this, going here and there. So we must enter the Shastra Siddhanta. All Goswamis, that's why they wrote so many books, the Goswamis, like Rupa Goswami. He wrote so many beautiful books. For example, he wrote Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjwal Nilamani, Upadeshamrita, Dagda Madhav, Larita Madhav, Hamsadut. So many beautiful books. Lagu Bhagavatamritam also. So many books, amazing. So many. So we should read these books. We should read these books. If you read the books of Rupa Goswami, slowly you can enter the realm of bhakti and your mind will be concentrated. If you cannot concentrate your mind, Bhakti Devi will not appear. You must focus your mind, fix your mind. Just like the yogis, by the yoga process, they are able to control their mind, make their mind steady. In the same way, the devotees, in a snap of a finger, they are able to fix their minds. How? By meditating in the lotus feet of God, remembering His lotus feet. This is a verse of the Bhagavatam explaining. You don't need to do anything. You go to sleep, right? So, on your head, next to your bed, next to your head in your bed, you keep the photo of Krishna's lotus feet and Radharani lotus feet with the symbols and everything. So when you go to sleep, just look at their lotus feet, do pranam, and go to sleep. Then when you wake up in the morning, then what should you do? You should again look at the lotus feet, do pranam, and that's it. All the obstacles of material world will be removed. This verse explains. It's a verse of the Bhagavatam. Have you read? Read this sloka. It's so beautiful. Even great Gyanis and Gyanis, they cannot steady their mind, they cannot fix their mind. Or if they can, it's just for a temporary time, like a short time. By the process of yoga, for some time they can control their mind, fix their mind, and again the mind goes here and there. Gurudev gives an example. There was a man. This man had a dog, and this guy had a dog, and he was thinking, oh, I want to, the tail of the dog was curled, the tail of the dog. Some dogs, they have the tail like this shape, like a curled shape. So he didn't like the tail of the dog. He wouldn't like that, the owner of the dog. So he thought, I want to make the tail of my dog straight, I'll make it straight. So what did he do? He put ghee first in the tail of the dog, did some massage, and then he bound it in a piece of wood. he bound the tail to a piece of wood or bamboo or whatever. And then he thought, now I'll make it straight. After 7 or 10 days, when he opened that bondage, again the tail came back to the original position, curled. So our mind is exactly like this. By the process of yoga, for some time we can control our mind, for some time, but not forever. But the devotees, devotees, they only see the lotus feet of Bhagavan, remember him, think about him, and that's it. They're good. They don't need to do anything else. You can test, do it yourself and check it out. If your mind is disturbed, if your mind is not steady, if you cannot control your mind, sometimes you cannot control your mind, so what to do? Keep the lotus feet of Radha Krishna next to you. Remember their lotus feet with all the symbols, like the flag, the gore. There's many symbols in their lotus feet. Just see the symbols, remember them. So in the so this verse is in the Bhagavad. And chant holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our mind is so disturbed. You know why? Because our mind wants to remember God. Your mind wants. But because your mind is not going to the feet of Krishna, your mind is just wandering and wandering. But if once your mind goes to the feet of Krishna, then your mind will never wander anymore. If once your mind is fixed in the feet of Krishna, that's it. If once you see Govinda, then you don't have desire to see anything else in this world, anything else you don't want to see. Because the nature of our eyes, the tendency of our eyes to go to the beautiful things is to see the form. Is the spontaneous tendency and nature of your eyes. You want to see beautiful forms with your eyes. That's the tendency of your eyes. What is the most beautiful form? It's Govinda. There's no form more beautiful than him. If you don't see his beautiful form, then we only be looking at Maya in this world. But if once you see the beautiful form of Krishna, then you won't have desire to see anything else. So who is the example of this? Do you know? Tell me. The story of Bivamangala Thakur. Bivamangala Thakur. Do you know his story about him? His life history? So, he was attracted to one prostitute called Chintamani. He would hear her Harikatha. And then one day, in the time of the Shraddha, the funeral rites of his father, just like now it's the time of the year to do this kind of stuff, Shraddha time. So it was the time to do this for his father, so he needed to feed the Brahmins. In the Pitri Paksha, this for time of the year for doing this funeral rites to the ancestors. If I tell you, so you should not eat this food offered to the ghosts. Otherwise the ghosts, they will possess you. So I think Gurudev is saying that the food offered to the ghosts, they after feed the Brahmins, and the Brahmanas get terrible result from this. So the Vaishnavas, the food which is offered to the ghosts, no one eats. They don't eat this food offered to the ghosts. they put in the ocean or like this, right? And they just took the prasada of Govinda. Don't understand wrong. Gurudev is telling the conception of Smarta Brahmanas is different from the conception of the Vaishnavas. So in the Shraddha, funeral rites, everything should be offered to Govinda, then is Mahaprasad. And that Mahaprasad of that someone who left the body, and you give that Mahaprasad to the ghost, and then the ghost will be delivered. But you don't take the remnant food that you offer to the ghost. But the Smarta Brahmanas, they take that food offered to the ghost, then it's very bad. So Gurudev say, I'm not prohibiting anyone to do the funeral rites, Shraddha, but the food should be first offered to Govinda. First offer to Govinda, following all the rules. You offer to Govinda, chanting Gopal mantra, all the mantras and everything. Then you take that Mahaprasad. Then that ceremony is for like some specific person, and you offer this to that person who has died, and that person will deliver by taking the Mahaprasad of Govinda. If you don't offer that food to Govinda, and then they are doing some funeral rites for someone, and then you eat that food after, actually the ghost will possess your body. So actually you should offer the food to Govinda, and then that Govinda prasad should be offered to the ghost. So the ghost will benefit because he took some prasad from Govinda, and also you who also took the other prasada also offered to Govinda, you also benefit. So better to be careful than I don't know how to say English proverb, but it's better to be careful than sorry. If you're not careful, then you're gonna be sorry. Prevenir melhor do que remediar. भगवान की चरण सब कुछ है जिगरे जत्पाद पंकज कलास विलासवत्ता हरमासम गुदितम उद्गतन्ति संत तद्वन्न रिक्तमत जते निरुद्ध श्रोतागनास्तम अरणम भजवासुदेव वैष्णव लोग जो कुछ भी करते हैं भगवान के. So whatever the Vaishnavas do, they always offer to Bhagavan. Vishnu Samarpayit. They offer everything to Vishnu, the Vaishnavas. Sri Krishna Sadhana Mama. Sri Krishna में भगवान में सब कुछ अर्पित कर. I offer everything to Sri Krishna. No need to do anything else. गोविंद के चरण में सब समर्पित कर दो. Offer everything to Govinda. That's it. Mahaprabhu taught all the jivas showing this. So we should follow, understand the Siddhanta. We should honor, respect the ancestors. We're not that great Vaishnava now that was like, okay, no need to do anything because I'm a Vaishnava. It's not like that. You know, sadhana, the first syllable of sa, not even the first sa you're doing. So like you're not even a proper sadhaka yet. Even the sadhana, even the first syllable you're not still following. Like you're not even beginning of sadhaka. So you think I'm a great devotee, I don't need to do any shraddha, like this Hindu rite ceremonies. I don't need to do, you might think, but no, actually you do. You need. Advaita Acarya, he gave the food, first plate of Mahaprasad in the funeral rites of his father, Shraddha Shanti of his father, he gave to Haridasa Thakura. And then all the other Brahmins that were there, Chatarji, Bandopada, you know, these Brahmins, they became so angry, like, Haridasa Thakura is a Muslim, and you gave the first plate of Mahaprasad to that Muslim, not to us. You should have given to us because we're great Brahmins. I'm Chattopadhyay, Gangopadhyay, Upadhyay, like big Brahmins, you know, like a big dynasty of Brahmanas. Because in Bengal they're like this, the Brahmanas. Just like in Braja, the name of Brahman is like Dvivedi, Chaturvedi, Trivedi, etc. So those who know 4 Vedas, they're called Chaturvedi. The Brahmanas who know 3 Vedas, they're called Trivedi. The Brahmanas who know 2 Vedas, called Dvivedi. Mishra, there are many kinds, subdivisions of Brahmanas. So Advaita Acarya, what did he do? He didn't give that food to the great brahmanas. He gave to Haridasa Thakura. And then all the brahmanas, they became so angry. This Haridasa Thakura is a Muslim. We are brahmanas. Brahmanas. You're not giving to the brahman, giving to Haridasa Thakura. And then the brahmanas became offended and they left. But I'm not gonna have food in the house of Advaita Acarya. They did a boycott, and they left together, everyone without eating. Advaita Acarya had cooked so much, like all kinds of preparations to feed everyone and everything, any preparations and all. And all the brahmanas, they didn't even eat and they just left. And Haridasa Thakura started crying and said, Prabhu, hey Prabhu, why did you give the food to me first? Advaita Acarya said, hey Haridas, you take prasadam. If you eat, it's like millions of brahmanas eating, being served. Advaita Acarya said, Haridas, if you take prasadam, it's like if I'm serving billions of brahmanas. Why? Because Haridas was not an ordinary person. He was Namacharya Haridas. He would chant 300,000 holy names per day. 3 times 6 rounds per day. So you're a pure devotee. So Haridasa Thakura took prasada. Advaita Acarya fed him, and then humbly he said, no. But Advaita Acarya insisted, take prasada, let the brahmanas go away, let them go. You take prasada. And then the brahmanas, they left without eating. But even though they didn't eat, all of them had Bishuchika rog, is diarrhea. They had like dysentery, like strong diarrhea, but they hadn't eaten anything. So how come they had a diarrhea? Because so now it's going on Pitri Paksha. I know this in Mathura. It's like this time they do funeral rites to the ancestors. So for 2 days they don't eat more. So they stay 2 days without eating before doing this puja because they know there'll be so many preparations. They fast, and then when they go to the house of the people, these brahmanas, they eat very nice. Like they stay 2 days almost fasting so that they can have a lot of space to eat a lot. So the brahmanas were saying, we were fasting for 2 days before going to the Shraddha of Advaita Acarya because there will be so much food there. So many preparations, delicious, chak-chak, delicious and tasty preparations. We haven't eaten anything. And then when we came back to our houses, we're just, which disease? Diarrhea, again and again, going to the bathroom. And just like water, they were about to die because they were like stooling water, basically. And then Advaita Acarya got to know about their condition. And all the family members came and said, the family members of the Brahmanas said, I will not forgive you, sit down. Because the family members of the Brahmanas came to Advaita Acarya and said, Prabhu, forgive him, please, forgive them. Okay, do the offering, okay. Okay, you have to offer. So, Mahaprabhu said, call all the Brahmanas to their house. And they should take Mahaprasada in my house. Advaita Acarya, Advaita Acarya called them to the house and they took prasada. In the evening time, all the brahmanas came. When they took prasadam, then all the disease was cured. By this lila, what Mahaprabhu is showing? If one pure devotee has prasada in your house, where are you going? Going to take prasad?
My phone back to your hand.
If one pure devotee takes prasad in your house and have 1 grain of food, all generations from your family life, mother and father side will be delivered. Advaita Acarya himself said, Haridas, if you eat, it's like thousands of brahmanas are taking prasad. All the dynasty of my mother and father are delivered. So those who do chant holy names, a great saint that chants holy names, if you serve him, you get so many benefits and fruits if you serve a great saint. Do you understand? Now they are doing the Shraddha Paksha, offering to the ancestors. What should you do in this time of the year? You should offer offer food to Govinda properly, and after offering this food to Govinda, you should offer to your ancestors this food which is offered to Govinda. After offering to Govinda, take that. But don't eat that food offered to the ancestors. Don't eat that food, that the remnants of the ancestors. River? You can throw in the ocean or in the river. Pakshi, give to birds. If there's no place of water or something, you can give to birds or whatever, but the rule is proper is to give in the ocean or in the river. This is the scripture's rules. In Satkriya Saradipika, this book explains. So now in India is going on this Shraddha Paksha. It's already started. It's like a time of the year that they do this offering to ancestors. Did he saying that actually already finished it just now? Tomorrow is Ekadashi. Anyway, those who are one-pointed devotees, they don't need anything because they're serving Govinda. What did I say? Those who are one-pointed devotees who chant the mantra of Vishnu, their parents are already delivered automatically. No need to do anything. They don't need to do anything. Do you understand? But still they live in, because they live in the society, they also must follow the rules. You stay in the society, you have to follow the rules of the society. Otherwise the society will say, oh, he's not doing anything. He's only chanting holy names, playing mridanga, and making me wake up with the sound. Doesn't allow me to sleep because of all this noise of this kirtan. So if you stay in the society, you have to follow the rules. Advaita Acarya, he would need to do this. Come on, he's avatar of Sadashiva and Mahavishnu. Does he need to do the offering to the father, to his father, Shraddha to his father? Even Mahaprabhu, who is Swayam Bhagavan, he went to Gaya to do the Shraddha for his father. Mahaprabhu, does he need to do? Actually, he went to Gaya for what? To see the lotus feet of Ishvara Puripad. My trip to Gaya is successful because I'm looking at your lotus feet. I'm having darshan of your lotus feet. Mahaprabhu said, why did I come to Gaya? Actually, to be able to see the lotus feet of the Ishvara Puripad. To see the lotus feet of a pure saint. Mahaprabhu himself said, if you do pinda in Gaya, that person will be delivered from sin. If you do pinda to someone in Gaya, that person will be delivered from sin. But by seeing the feet of Ishvara Puripada, automatically the person is delivered. If you see a pure Vaishnava, you get everything. But just by looking at the Vaishnava, you become purified. Vaishnava Param. If you go to the Ganges and take a bath, what happened? If you take a dip in the Ganges, your sins will go away. Do you understand? But by having the darshan of the Vaishnava, you become pure. Who is the first person to bathe in the Ganges in the morning? You tell me. The fishermen. Those who catch the fish, they go to the Ganges, and if in Navdeep you go, you see. Have you seen in Navdeep Dam? The fishermen, they are throwing that net to catch the fish, they wake up really early in the morning. 3 a.m. they wake up and they go to catch the fish in the water. So they are the first ones to bathe in the Ganges every day. So how they still want to sin, like to kill living entities? Because if you bathe in the Ganges, the sins are destroyed. But the fishermen, they are bathing in the Ganges, they are dipping, like taking a dip in the Ganges to catch the fish. Why their sin is not destroyed? They still have the desire to sin. They're killing living entities. To kill fish, is this pious deeds or sinful deeds? It's a sin. Pap. Jiva Goswami asked this question. Because they don't have faith in the water of the Ganges being transcendental. They don't have this faith. The faith that Ganges is directly the foot-bathing water of God, transcendental. They don't have this faith. So that's why their sins are not destroyed. Do you understand? So everything I say depends on the faith. Faith should be there. Not blind faith.
Not blind faith.
Blind sheep. You shouldn't have blind faith, but you should have faith according to the scriptures. And what Shastri is saying. What should you have in your house? Water of the Ganges. Everyone's house should have water of the Ganges. Even the sinner people, everyone should have water of the Ganges in their house. Bring from Haridwar or Navadvipa and bring some water of the Ganges and keep in your house. Also the Bhagavad Gita in your house and Tulsi. And they are very beneficial. In your house, what should you have? Do you have, the Gita? Then the ghost won't come close. It should have Tulsi also, she's so pure. Your heart will be pure. And what else should you have? Water of the Ganges. If someone is about to die, put 1 drop of the Ganges in their mouth and they'll deliver. So when we enter the realm of bhakti, we should think about all this. Listen to Harikatha. This is very important. Like I told, also tattva is important in the realm of bhakti. First, in the realm of bhakti, you must have knowledge of the scriptures. Tat padartha gyan and tom padartha gyan. And third, jiva brahma eka gyan. Knowledge about God, knowledge about the soul. 3 kinds of knowledge. What did I say? First, tat padartha gyan means knowledge about God. Bhagavat tattva gyan. Remember that. Tat padartha gyan means knowledge about God. Who is Bhagavan? Is Brahmaji Bhagavan? Or Shiva is Bhagavan? Or Vishnu is Bhagavan? Don't make a khichdi of all of them. You know khichdi? Don't mix all of them together. It's okay. Honor all demigods. But understand that Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's when the Bhagavatam explains. Eti chamsa kalapumsa. Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. The Bhagavatam explains. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. Remember that.
Srimad Bhagavatam Praman Amalam Prema Pumartama Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamadam Tatraduru.
This is the opinion of Mahaprabhu. This is the conception of Mahaprabhu. Who is our worshipful deity? Is Krishna. Krishna is the origin of all the dharma, of all the activities. There's nothing higher than Krishna. Krishna says in the Gita, he himself said, there's nothing higher than me. There's nothing beyond me, nothing higher than me. There's no one equal to me. So nothing is higher than me, nothing. All the demigods and demigoddesses, they worship Sri Krishna. Indra, Varun, Shiva, all the demigods, they pray to Krishna doing stuti, prayers, all the demigods, Brahmana, all of them. So Govinda is the topmost. And according to Rasa Vichar, whoever Govinda worships, she's a worshipful deity. Who Govinda worships? Do you know who Govinda worships? Who? Who does Govinda worship? He worships Srimati Radhika. To whom he worships? Srimati Radhika. So, for the happiness of Srimati Radhika to get her sidelong glance, Krishna himself, he bathes 3 times a day in the Radha Kunda. Krishna bathes thrice a day in the Radha Kunda to make her happy, to get her mercy. Krishna himself, he bathes in the Radha Kunda 3 times a day. Who has bathed in the Radha Kunda? Have you? You have taken a dip? Didn't become sick? You haven't become sick after that? Sick? Srimati Radhika is the topmost. Look. So, with the rope of love, Srimati Radhika binds Krishna. So, Srimati Radhika knows, I bind Krishna with the rope of my love. She knows. He cannot go anywhere. He cannot go anywhere because I bind him with the rope of my love. Radharani knows. Demigods are praying to him, like doing stutis prayers and glorifying him. And this Krishna, who is worshipped by demigods, is coming to the feet of Radharani and he is praying to her lotus feet. This is the Prema Raj Katha. Is Katha of the realm of Prem. Who can understand? Only those who love know the language of love. And the birds know the language of birds. Today in the morning I told, wasn't it? The birds know the language of the birds. Birds. So Kaga means birds. The birds know the language of birds. Like a pigeon, they even speak to each other. They beak each other. They speak to each other, moving their beak. They know their language. The arrow. Sorry. Everyone speaks different language. There's a language of love. Prema Bhasha, the language of love. It's all by indication, symbolic signs. Those who are doctors, for example, when they write a prescription, they use these indication words, like for example, maybe we have seen. They write some things according to their own language. Those who are doctors understand their like abbreviation or whatever what they write. A father told his son, "Why is your handwriting like this? I cannot read what you're saying. What are you going to become?" And the son said, "Father, I will become a doctor." Because his handwriting was so like terrible. Because it's very hard to understand the handwriting of the doctors, right? That's fine. It's a joke. Anyway. Okay, so there was a boy who had very rough, bad handwriting, and his father said, "Oh, my son, you're so foolish, my son. What are you going to become in the future with this kind of handwriting? Your handwriting is not good." And when I grow up, Dad, I'll become a doctor.
ये डॉक्टर के जो प्रिस्क्रिप्शन होते हैं ना,
So the doctors, they give a prescription.
सब थोड़ी पढ़ पाएंगे।
No one can read that thing.
उसके लिए आपको क्या बोलते हैं, नर्स की वो कोर्स करना
You need a
पड़ता है,
nurse or
जीना पड़ता है, पढ़ना पड़ता है।
you need a course to understand that.
मेडिकल में जो
Chemist.
केमिस्ट होते हैं,
Yeah. So in the pharmacist or the chemist,
केमिस्ट है, उसके जानना पड़ता है कि नहीं?
they know.
तब तो वो दवाई देंगे।
Then they'll
ये
give you the
दवाई
medicine.
एक बार लेना है, ये दवाई दिन में 2 बार
Okay,
लेना
this
है,
medicine 1 time per day, 2 times per day, after meal, before meal. Because the doctor writes everything like in abbreviation or indication, like he doesn't write completely exactly.
देखो प्रेम की भाषा भी इसी प्रकार
So the language of love is also like that.
है।
Do you understand?
कृष्ण गोपी मिलन कहाँ मिलेंगे?
Where Krishna will meet the gopis? Who knows where they will meet? Who the gopis understand? Where?
जहाँ पर सपक्ष विपक्ष तो स्वीट पक्ष,
And there are other groups of gopis. Swapaksha, Vibhaksha, Tatastin, Suhida Paksha.
सपक्ष कौन बनता है?
Who is Swapaksha? Radharani and her group. The group of Srimati Radhika.
आप लोग कौन सा पक्ष में हैं?
Swapaksha. You are in each group. Swapaksha, all of you. And Vipaksha, who is there?
कौन चंद्रावली के दल में?
Who is in the group of Chandravali? Who wants to go to the group of Chandravali? Raise your hand.
एक भी नहीं जाएंगे।
No one will. No one.
पढ़ना पड़ेगा ना।
Somebody must be rival. Somebody must be the opponent, right? Someone must be there.
अपोजिशन पार्टी में
Should be the opposition party, right? It should be there. But no one wants to go to the group of Chandravali in the time of the wedding ceremony.
नया जो बहू बने
So the new daughter-in-law is coming to meet the new mother-in-law.
आप शादी करके जो है हमारे घर में
So the mother-in-law told, after you get married to my kid after 2 days, you get married to my son. So it was a future mother-in-law who was speaking to the future son and daughter-in-law. So after you get married to my son, let me tell you how things work here in this house, okay? So you become my daughter-in-law? Okay, so let me tell you how things run through here, okay?
अभी तो 3 है,
In my house, we have 3 people here. My son, me, and my daughter. So mother and 2 kids living in the house. I mean 2 children, the son and the daughter. So the mother-in-law was telling, so
मैं हूँ
everything here,
प्रधानमंत्री,
I am the prime minister in this house. The mother-in-law telling, my son is the advisor.
होम मिनिस्टर,
Sorry, he's the home minister.
और मेरा बेटा
And
है
my-
परिवहन मंत्री जानते हो?
And my daughter, she's the
ट्रांसपोर्ट मिनिस्टर। मैं जो कुछ जरूरत है,
transportation minister.
जरूरत है वो लेकर के आता
Whatever we need, she bring from the market and like this.
हूँ। तो उसके बहू के बोले अभी नहीं, वो बहू के बोले अच्छा बताओ
Pai pa
आप
niyo,
हमारे
filho
घर
ou
में
filha?
आके कौन सा
Yeah,
पद
sorry,
लेना
não
चाहते
tem,
हो?
pai não tá.
तो बोले आपके घर
So
में
which
जाकर के मैं
which position you want in my house? The mother-in-law told.
विपक्ष में बैठ जाऊँ।
And then the daughter-in-law said, I'll be the opposite party. I'll be the opposition party. The daughter-in-law said, I'll be the opposition party in your house.
ऐसे घर में हमारे
Like, I don't want to live in this house. I don't want to get married to this house. I don't want this house. I'm out of here.
तो विपक्षवादी भी होनी चाहिए।
So there should be an opposite party.
विपक्षवादी कौन बन गया?
Opposition party. So who is she? Is Chandravali.
विपक्ष में कौन बना?
Who is Swapaksha? Srimati Radhika is Swapaksha. You're all the group of Srimati Radhika.
एक
You want?
हाथ उठा दो चंद्रावली के दल में।
At least raise your hand if you want to be in the group of Chandravali.
कोई हाथ उठा नहीं।
No one wants to raise your hand.
चलो जो मैं व्यवस्था कर,
Okay, but Jogamaya will arrange.
है कि नहीं?
Isn't it?
प्रकाश जी आपके क्या विचार है?
Prakash, what do you think about it?
हाँ?
I'll leave to Yogamaya, he's saying. Let Yogamaya decide.
और सबसे स्वीट पक्ष में
And Suhrida Paksha is like Shyamala, Shyamala Sakhi.
विपक्ष में तरस तो क्या बोले
And Tatasta Paksha, they're also the neutrals.
वह पर ये प्रेम राज्य चाहता है क्योंकि प्रेम
Realm of love.
नहीं रहे,
If there's no rival, Prema will not increase.
प्रेम भी इंक्रीज नहीं होगा।
Prema won't be increased without a rival.
चलो अच्छी दिक्कत है। एक समय
So once Krishna,
करीब राधा कुंड के समीप जो है गोचारण कर रहे थे।
he was grazing the cows in Radha Kund.
और इनको उसे बहुत सुंदर ही उदाहरण दिया।
Rupa Goswami gives a beautiful example.
इतने समय देखा
And then
पूर्णमासी देवी
Krishna saw Purnamasi
वहाँ
Devi
पर पहुंचे।
there.
पूर्णमासी देवी पहुंची।
Purnamasi Devi came there.
पूर्णमासी को देख करके कृष्ण की चिंता और भी बढ़ी।
Seeing Purnamasi, Krishna became more worried. Krishna was grazing the cows, but thinking about what? The gopis. Krishna was thinking about the gopis while grazing the cows. You read this book, you feel so much happiness. This book is Jewels of the Heart. One time as Krishna was grazing the cows, then Purnamasi came. Seeing Purnamasi, Krishna became worried because Purnamasi generally is not here. So why Purnamasi came? Certainly something happened. Maybe something bad happened. Because whenever there's a bad thing in Braj, all the Vrajavasis remember Krishna. So seeing Purnamasi Devi, suddenly Krishna became even more worried. Or maybe something happened in Braj. Something inauspicious or something bad might have happened. And then after Purnamasi arriving, Krishna was so curious and so... And Krishna told Purnamasi, please tell me, is everything okay in Braj? Purnamasi Devi said, yeah, everything's okay in Braj. Krishna said, okay, tell me. And how are the gopis? Purnamasi Devi said, oh, the gopis, they are happy also. Because they're studying in school, all of them. Krishna thought, gopis studying? What? What are they studying? Why do they need to study? Purnamasi Devi said, Krishna, look, now there's an university in Braj. Was founded an university. You know, university was founded in Braj. And then all the gopis, they took admission, they enrolled this university. Krishna became even more confused. First of all, in one side there's Mathura, another side of Vrindavan. So in Mathura people have business, jobs, they need economics and everything. Banking system, how to trade, isn't it? Those who are businessmen, what do they need to do? They need banking system, give importance to banking system and keep properly their invoices and all the papers. Do you keep them? Who keeps them? Your wife? The invoices, the bills and everything. Keep track. The wife keeps track? Okay. The wives are more intelligent. Shastra explains. Shastra explains that women are more intelligent than men. What did I say? I don't know. Exactly which subject they are more intelligent. I forgot. I don't know. Search in the Google. Do you have it for?
I've actually read this one here.
You have Google search? Google search? Phone? Can you search in the Google? This is all from the Niti Shastra. Later on I'll tell. Can you get it? I'm not criticizing men. This is written in the scriptures. Isn't it? Who keeps all the papers and accounts from the house? The wife, isn't it? The husband comes with the money and gives to whom? To the wife. She's the boss of the house. So the glory of the Setani means of the wife of the boss. How can you say boss in feminine gender? No. So if there's
स्वासेर समझ में नहीं आ गया इधर समझ
On the lion. One set.
सब
One in a lion.
पहले उस
1.25.
1.25
Okay, if like the wife of the boss, if
एक शेर हो
there's a lion,
और सेठानी कैसे होगी
More than the husband.
like anyway, the wife is more than the husband.
चाबी किसकी कवाल रहती है
The wife is even, if the husband is the boss, the wife is even more boss than him because she has the key.
उनके ये होता है क्या बोले अंचल होता है नहीं
She put the keys in the cloth. Nowadays they don't do this anymore.
नंबर सिस्टम हो गया ना
Everything's by number and passwords.
कोड नंबर सिस्टम हो गया क्या बोलते हैं
Passwords.
हैं
Password?
पासवर्ड होते हैं डिजिटल
Digital password and everything.
सब खुलेगा आज उससे भी चलेगा आजकल तो वो लगा देते
Nowadays you just put your
Fingerprint.
कॉम्बिनेशन लोग नहीं वो
Fingerprint.
टच दो लगा फिंगर
Fingerprint.
आपका
You put your fingerprints.
तो वो खुलेगा हाँ है कि नहीं कितने विज्ञान किंतु पहले
But before,
इतने एक गुच्छा चाबी रहता था
women had
15-20
15 or 20 keys.
देखा है ना हैं? और ऐसे करके चलते 5 चिवाते
So they would eat betel nuts and walk with all
सेठानी है ना
these keys.
काम कर रहे हैं वृंदावन में सेठ के महिमा से सेठानी के महिमा सेठानी के पकड़ लो तो तुम्हारे
So if you get the wife of the boss,
वृंदावन के सेठानी कौन है
you get everything for you. Like for example, she's on your side, then you have everything. Who is the Sartani, the boss of female boss of Braj? Is actually Srimati Radhika.
वृंदावन के सेठ
She's the who is the Sartani of Braj is Srimati Radhika,
वृंदावन के सेठ कौन है
and who is the Seth means the boss is Krishna. But like Radharani is the like wife of Krishna means his consort. If you want to get the wealth of Prem,
सेठानी के पास जाए
you have to go to the Sartani.
हैं? माने से?
You have to go to the female boss, which is Radharani.
तो अभी देखो हम जो कथा प्रसंग जो कर रहे हैं ना कृष्ण विचार करने के देखो मथुरा
So Krishna said,
बढ़िया होते
okay, people in Mathura they have business and everything.
वहाँ पर कुछ पढ़ना पड़ता है हैं?
So they need banking system, all these things.
किंतु वृंदावन में कोई जरूरत नहीं वृंदावन
But in Vrindavan it's not necessary.
घर में दूध के अभाव नहीं
All of them, they are gopis. No one sells milk in Vrindavan because everyone is a milkmaid and everything.
सबके घर में इतने दूध है
They have so much milk in their house, everyone.
हैं? कैसी तपस्या की और फिर तुम कृष्ण की प्राप्ति गुरुदेव गुस्सा हो जाते राधा
So some people would say this, like a verse is saying that Srimati Radhika is doing austerity to meet Krishna and she's unfortunate. No, Krishna should do the austerity.
समझ में आ रहा
Do you understand?
है शुद्ध वैष्णव लोग इसको नहीं मानते
These pure Vaishnavas don't believe in this, don't accept this.
राधा के चरण में हैं, सिर झुका करके रोते हैं
Krishna is falling on the feet of Radharani and crying. That's it.
हैं? आज वो दिखा रहे हैं ना
Yesterday they did that drama showing the opposite. If Gurudeva would be there, he would say that that's wrong actually.
हैं? कृष्ण और राधा जी के चरण में पकड़ करके रोते हैं।
Krishna takes the feet of Radharani and cries at her feet.
समझ में आ
Not the opposite. Do you understand?
रहा है? कृष्ण के मान हुए जाने दो जाओ हैं, माधव माधव
If Krishna is a man, let him be a man. Let him be angry. If he's a man, let him go. Radharani says, Krishna, you go.
माँ बद कोई तो तुम्हारे कोई कपट वाक्य को मैं सुनना नहीं
I don't want to hear your crooked words, your
है हमारे गुस्से वर्ग के गौड़ीय वैष्णव के क्या है रसिक सब
our Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they are Rasik.
रस माधव 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 जाही माँ बद कई तब कृष्ण और राधा जी के चरण में आकर के क्या करते हैं नाग रगड़ते हैं
Krishna comes to the feet of Radharani and rubs his nose at her feet, hold his ears, and still Srimati Radhika doesn't leave her man.
राधा जी तो करुणामयी है, छोड़ देना चाहती है।
She's
वो
so
ललिता देवी इंगित करती है।
merciful, so she wants to make up with Krishna, like be alright with him again, give up her man. But Lalita says, no, don't do that, don't give in so easily.
तो मान को छोड़ो मत,
Radharani,
ये धूर्त है, कपट है,
Krishna is a cheater.
काला और
He's black inside and outside.
समझते हैं?
Do you understand?
ये धूर्त है।
He's a
ये आके
cheater.
तुम्हारे पास ऐसे गिड़गिड़ा रहे हैं।
He's now falling at your feet,
ये छल,
crying and apologizing, but he's actually crooked. He's a cheater.
इसलिए तुम मान को जो है,
You should keep with your man, like don't give in, don't give in. Is that how you say
हे
it?
माधव तुम जाओ,
Give up. Will
No, give in, like don't give in to his appeals, you know? Don't change your mind. Continue angry with him,
के मान
you know?
बहुत कम।
Srimati Radhika has anger towards Krishna.
keeping your ground.
Keep your ground, keep your ground. Sometimes Krishna has man also, but it's not that common. It's very rare.
जय मान का,
Radharani has Durjay man,
unbreakable,
unbreakable
जिस मान को
man.
तोड़ना इतने सहज नहीं है। जिस मान को तोड़ने के लिए कृष्ण के ना जाने कितने रोटी बेलना पड़ता है।
Krishna has to do effort so much to break her man.
हिंदी में प्रभाव
In Hindi, there is a proverb saying, you have to roll a papad. Papad. You know, papad like chapati, but papad is very hard to make.
समझ में आ रही है?
So it's like an expression means Krishna has to effort a lot. The
अनेक
expression you can
रोटी
say.
बेलना पड़ता है, एक नहीं।
Krishna has to roll many papads.
मान बनाने के
Means
लिए
it has to effort a lot to break her man. How can I say? Proverb in English, similar? Like, you have to do the impossible to break stone. I don't know. How can I say? Anyway, he has to do so much.
Break steel with your hand.
नतमस्तक होकर के
Krishna, who is the Supreme Lord, he's falling in the feet of Radharani.
जब किंतु जो भूत को कहा कुबान नित्यम परस परस सुकुंड मोली जिससे कदा रसंदी जवान जाया तत्किन कुंजी भवनांदन मार्दिन सा प्रदान विश्वपाल जो ब्रह्म सुकर नाम
Prabhupada Saraswati says,
सद्दो सुन चुन अनंत सत्यम तम राधिका चरण रेणु अनुस्मरण
Prabhupada Saraswati says these beautiful prayers.
यहाँ पर ऐसे दिव्य अलौकिक वृंदावन धाम
In this transcendental Vrindavana Dham, where these kind of leelas, pastimes are going on.
आप जाइए निधुवन
Every day, if you go to Nidhuvan,
यहाँ पर कृष्ण
where Krishna,
राधा के चरण में नाचने कैसे
he's
स्तुति आदि करते
praying at the feet of Srimati Radhika so much.
सखियां क्या करते छल बल कल से
The Sakis,
कृष्ण के वंशी को चोरी कर
somehow they cheat and take Krishna's food.
निधुवन में जाइए
If you go to Nidhuvan, you can see this leela.
राधारानी के पास वंशी चल
So Radharani steals the gopis, they steal the flute of Krishna,
रहते हैं
and Krishna is searching and asking for his flute back. Give my flute back.
कीर्तन करते हैं वृंदावन में
We do this kirtan in Vrindavan. Which kirtan?
दे अरे नहीं दे वो वंशी जो है
Give me my flute.
हाथ जोड़ कर
Krishna is
स्तुति आदि करते हैं
folded hands and praying to the gopis for to get his flute back. Give me my flute back.
और वंशी कहाँ चले जाते हैं
But then the flute,
एक सुखी से
from one sake they hand to the next sake, and Radharani gives to Lalita Vishaka, Vishaka gives to Ashta Sakis, and then to the manjaris, like they hand the flute to each other, and the flute's like Krishna doesn't know where the flute is, you know. These beautiful pastimes happen. Not only one day. There are many kinds of leelas, sometimes stealing the flute,
मुद्रिका
sometimes
है
ring,
चोरी आदि लीला
stealing the ring,
मुद्रिका समझते हो
anguti.
मुद्रिका क्या है
Mudrika means
बताओ ये रिंग होता है
it's a ring, so stealing the ring also.
राधा कितने कितने लीला
So many different kinds of pastimes take place.
और कृष्ण राधा जी के मान बनाने के
And
लिए
Krishna, to pacify the man of Srimati Radhika, he has to manifest different forms.
रोटी बेलना मतलब
I said like rolling a papad means moving a mountain, means because Krishna sometimes, just to break her man, he has to come as a manihari, means jewel seller, like Bengal seller. Bengal seller, sorry. Krishna comes as a Bengal seller, this song explains.
कीर्तन करते
Bengal seller.
कौन करते हैं कीर्तन
Who does this kirtan here?
आप करते हैं ना बहुत आनंद आता है
Very happy kirtan.
ओम मचाया इसके बाद क्या
After the next line,
राधा ने सुनी ललिता से कही है रज में शोर मचाया श्याम चूड़ी बेचने आया.
so Krishna came in Vraj selling bangles.
रोटी बेलना मतलब क्या था? राधा ने की राधा जो मान कर लेती है
Sacimata ki man,
मान बनाने के लिए
to specify here man,
ऐसे रूप बनाना.
Krishna had to manifest different forms just to
कभी नापितानी
sometimes.
के रूप में
Napitani?
नापितानी समझते हो?
You know Napitani?
The wife of बर्बाद.
The wife of a barber. Krishna comes as the wife of a barber, dressed up as a disguised as a wife of a barber.
माली हारिनी के रूप में माली हारिनी समझे.
Sometimes as a garland flower seller, Krishna comes up.
कैसे कैसे रूप
He shows up in all the different forms, like in disguises. So I'm saying this because
राधा जी जब मान कर लेती है
Sacimata ki man,
के मान बनाने के लिए
to pacify her man, Krishna has to sometimes to come in different shapes, like in different disguises. Sometimes wife of a robber, sometimes flower seller, sometimes bangle seller, Manihari.
मणिहारी के रूप में